guys, it's Glenn from Glenn's Car Collection, and in this video we're going to talk about the M2 CS. Alright, if you've been following this channel, you know that I've owned a 2016 M2 for 3 years, Long Beach Blue, 6-speed manual. Now the CS was supposed to be announced, supposed to be revealed at the Los Angeles Auto Show, which takes place in November. There was just a reveal in Belgium for some BMW VIPs, and a lot of information leaked out from there. Now, it looks like here in the United States, because we measure our horsepower differently than Europe, it would have 444 horsepower, which seems dead on accurate for what we've been hearing so far. There's really big news about something else, which I'm going to leave to the end of this video, so make sure to watch it all the way through. Now, it's also going to get an adaptive suspension setup and an M Performance exhaust. Of course, ceramic brakes would be optional. That's something I said I would like to see on this car. I wanted to see that option on the original M2. I love ceramic brakes for the track, not so much for the street. So if you're going to track your M2 CS or your competition, your M2, ceramic brakes would be wonders. Not so great on the street, especially here like where I live in New Jersey. It's 80 degrees today while I'm filming this. It was only 42 degrees in the morning while I was driving my car. So steel brakes work better in the cold. Now what's really cool is there's going to be a lot of carbon fiber. So there's going to be some carbon fiber bits on the hood, the roof, the trunk lip, the mirror caps, the rear diffuser, front spoiler, also on the door handles, and some on the center console. Now you're going to have CS embroidering on the M4 competition seats. So yes, it's going to get the competition seats from the M4. Now, unfortunately, all these carbon fiber doesn't really translate into really any or too much weight savings. It's supposed to be around 3,472 pounds. Now, no one knows for sure at this time, the time I'm making this video. Maybe you'll know it by the time this video airs. We don't know if that 3,472 pounds is curb weight or dry weight. Now, there's going to be 4 colors. Alpine white, same as what we've gotten on the original M2, Hockenheim silver, which was available just with the competition M2, sapphire black, which was available, I believe, on all of them, and Long Beach blue is no longer. I'd love to get a CS, but I really want Long Beach blue. But it does come in Misano blue, which is an awesome blue color. I love that color as well. Now, what I like about the CS, unlike the M2 and the M2 competition, it's actually going to be a limited production run, and it sounds like this is pretty small. So 2,200 are going to be produced, and that is total in the world, not just to the United States. So even if the US got half of them, which will probably be a little less than half, I'm sure. So let's just say the US is going to get 1,000. That's a pretty low production number, because they sold, we said in our video how much we did the M2s, you know, a couple thousand M2s, obviously a couple thousand M2 competition, and that was just in the United States. The worldwide production is much greater. So for example, my BMW M2 740 in the United States, about 6,000 worldwide. So even if you know, we get less of that 2,200 for the M2 CS, it could be maybe 500, 1,000 units in the US, so that could be something for future values. And again, it's going to take a long time. The 1M is a 2011 model year, so it's been 8 years, and it's finally been recognized and going up for value, with the lowest mileage cars now trading for about $100,000. So they really, it's really gone up recently in the last couple of years. So if you bought your M2 CS, even if it did go up in value one day, you know, it could take 10 years to do that. Now, another thing to keep in mind, even though this may be low production like the BMW 1M, here in the United States, they never made another 1 Series, so they can't make another version of the 1M. So that's one reason why it's so high. Just like the Z3M Coupe, they haven't brought back a Z3M Coupe, so that's why it's staying so high. They're going to keep making M2s, so there'll be an all-new 2 Series soon, and then there'll be an all-new M2, and then there'll be an all-new M2 competition, then an all-new M2 CS. So that could, you know, that could push values down or never let them rise, but it's going to be a great car nonetheless. So it's coming out with everything you want. It's going to be super powerful. And pricing isn't officially announced, but in Belgium it would be 95,000. So that translates in US dollars 105,000. Now that's a direct translation, so it's probably not going to be priced there. It'll probably be priced around 100. I mean, my guess is it's probably going to be around the high 90s. I think we'll see somewhere between 95 and 99. I think maybe they'll make the options cost a little bit more and make it under 100 grand, so it's not a 100 grand car, just like Chevy was doing the Corvette. I can see them doing that. I think 90 is probably going to be too cheap. Now, we did do an M4 CS, thanks to BMW of Tenafly again for allowing me to drive that cool car. I can link that at the end of this video. You should see that review. The M4 CS was fantastic. Now, the M4 and M3 CS were only available with the dual clutch transmission, and it is a great dual clutch transmission. It really is. But the big news here for the M2 CS, at least to me, is you actually have a transmission choice. So you can get the dual clutch, which I'm sure most dealers will stock because that's going to appeal to more buyers, or a 6-speed manual transmission. So that's phenomenal. Who knows? It could be the last M2 with a manual transmission, the way things are going with the new 3 Series not having a manual anymore, the M3 and the M4S, the M4 CS, I'm sorry, not having a manual anymore. So who knows? Maybe the M2 CS is the last M2 with a manual transmission, and then that could have future collectability. Again, you're going to probably wait 10 years to see any of that appreciation, but something to think about if you're somebody that keeps a car for 10 years. I am not one of those people, even though I'll tell you my BMW 1M and my NSX are definitely keeper cars. So what do you think, guys? It sounds really exciting, the M2 competition. Is it worth it? Should you just get a regular used M2 or an M2 comp and drive the heck out of it, or should you pay all that money? Because it's $46,000 more. So at that 105 price, and again, I don't think it's going to be the 105 price. If you take the M2 competition base price now, subtract it from the 105 that the direct translation is in US dollars for the M2 CS, it's like a $46,000 difference. I don't think they're going to make it that high, and that's why, again, I think you'll see, an asking price, base price, without options, between 95 and 99. So we'll see if I'm right. Leave your comments below what you think. Would you go for that car? Would you rather have an M2 competition? Is it worth that extra 40-something thousand grand or not? Let me know in the comments below. I read them all and I respond to them all. Thanks again for watching, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.